There's already a new Ghosts of Tsushima update coming to fix some of the issues. We already got a first look at legendary gear and I can show you it in action as well, and there's way more to talk about. I also want to touch shortly on that interview that I did with Darren Bridges, the lead of Legends, and way more. So let's do a full roundup in this video. A like would really help the channel out. And let's go. Let's start with that new update because Sucker Punch is already working on one to fix the current bugs. Like for example where people get the no content error when trying to get to the Legends multiplayer. They have a solution here. I will link to the tweet in the video description for if you want to check it out. The new update should also fix trophy unlocks, a sticky spot in the Legends tutorial, and some frequent network warnings like Ling is sharing here. I know many of you also had the issue with the Platinum die not showing up in the New Game Plus mode, and this is also something that they are aware of and that will be fixed in an upcoming patch. Not sure if it's the most imminent one, but overall first party updates can drop more easily, so I totally expect this update soon, maybe over the weekend already. And many, by the way, reported that in the single player you can now skip cutscenes, which is nice, especially great for New Game Plus if you want to kind of blaze through it all. But I've mostly been playing the Legends mode, so we did a long multiplayer stream yesterday going over all the survival missions that already require a lot of coordination to fully complete, and that is on the bronze difficulty, so I cannot imagine silver and gold. I did do a story mission on silver already though, something you can do if you have a high enough gear score. I was level 25 when I started. And during the live stream, many of you asked about Oni treasures. And well, you can find them in a silver difficulty story mission. This is story mission 2, chapter 2. It's on the hill right here. It's pretty easy to find, where you need to kill the EO disciple enemies. You need to open it with your teammate, but be careful because super powerful Oni enemies will then spawn and immediately attack you. So you have to take them out to get the loot. And the loot is basically an extra item at the end of the mission, but when you fill the mission you will still get it, which is pretty nice. And it of course unlocks a feat as well for special cosmetics like a sword kit and emotes. You see the Gyosen Lost Scrolls as well here for special cosmetics, and these are also hidden in story missions on silver and above likely as well. I did not find one yet, but on Reddit we got badgers saying that it's in one of the burned buildings in the third story mission, where it's like a very specific way to get up. I will totally like try and get it and report back, but if you already found these Legends scrolls or anything else in the Legends multiplayer or in the New Game Plus mode, totally reach out to me at the input@JorRaptor.com email address or my Twitter @JorRaptor, just like Insane did, because he already found 2 legendaries and was kind enough to share footage as well. One charm he found is called Lost Breath, that basically gives you a second chance when you were about to die and heals you for 50 health when you take fatal damage, with a cooldown of 5 minutes. We see it in action here. It happens quite fast, the extra health boost, and it's really a lot, like more than half of your health from the looks of it, so it's pretty powerful. The item also has damage reduction and increased damage against Oni, and also throwing an enemy through the air causes them to be knocked down for a short time, so you can do a critical strike. Pretty great. Like as an assassin main myself, I'm doing a ton of these critical strikes when fighting tougher enemies. I think the extra assassin damage then also applies, but this next legendary from Insane is even better for the assassin class. It's a second ghost weapon, the Mist of Yagata, that when you throw it down of course stuns enemies, but now also heals you and your allies, which is insane. Sorry Insane, no pun intended. The stats on this item are also great. Cooldown reduction on a kill and extra stealth, like I want this for sure. And by the way, these legendaries can be used on any character, like some are class exclusive, but the ones that Insane send me can be equipped everywhere. And that is overall such a nice feature of the Legends mode, that your items are shared across all the different classes. So if you found a nice legendary, then you can also use it on any other class, meaning that they are instantly a high gear level as well. It's really cool. And maybe you already noticed this, but by going to the techniques menu and looking at the final technique you can unlock, you actually see 2 other legendaries. Enyo's Remorse, that gives you bonus damage while full health, 15%. And it also increases your maximum health by 25. 5, which is quite a lot. Like, I'm for example healing 25 here with my healing gourd ghost weapon, and then I get a quarter of my health back. So you get that on top of your max health. It's pretty great. And we also see that Master's Katana I already talked about in my previous video, so that enables all the stances kind of like the main game, while otherwise weapons are of course linked to one stance, at least early on in the Legends mode. But yeah, if we zoom out again, we see that this technique enables us to equip 2 legendary items at the same time, meaning that if your character is not rank 18 yet, they can only equip 1 legendary. So even if you can like move your items around, you will still need to level up your class as well to be really powerful. Insane got these legendary weapons from silver difficulty story missions already, but I would bet that you have to have a high gear score. Like the first legendary he got was 66, and then after that 75. So you still have to rank up, I think, first before you see them drop. Although I would love to be wrong. Let me know in the comments down below, or via that input@JorRaptor.com email address. And actually, while editing this video, I got reached out by Hoodie, who got the Spirit Kunai legendary. Getting a kill with a Kunai lowers all cooldown on your character by 15 seconds. So then basically also meaning that you can throw this Kunai again after 15 seconds, which is pretty insane. And it also has cooldown reduction, damage increase. Pretty good. I also asked Darren Bridges, the lead on the Ghosts of Tsushima modes, on how you can get legendaries in the game, and this is what he said.
That'll be something you could get by playing either a gold mission or like as a reward for completing a raid, a piece of the raid. Oh, cool. So it'll be very high level difficulty reward. There's specific gear pieces that can only be used by certain classes. So like the legendary rarity gear, some are locked by class.
Okay, and if you play one certain class, you only get items for that class.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So that's really nice. You actually did find some of the exclusive ranged weapons per class already. Like we know that a hunter can only use a longbow, while the assassin can only use a blowgun. So then you cannot equip that for any other class. So there might obviously be a legendary blowgun that only the assassin can use, but I also think that there will be like other specific items only for that class. And I can't wait to find them. Again, if you found them, reach out to me. Subscribe for everything on Ghosts of Tsushima Legends if you haven't already. A like on the video would really help the channel out. And by the way, if you want to watch that full 30-minute long interview with Darren Bridges and also Nate Fox, the creative director on the game, they can watch it by becoming a member of the channel. I just don't post like full interviews on the main channel. So if you support me for $2 per month, you can watch the full interview. I will leave a link to it in the pinned comment. You can also watch my previous video on the update with a sort of overview of everything that was added. And for now, I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!